the memories. The memories. Ranks for the memories.
Hello, wonderful listeners, to our next episode of Ranks for the Memories. This is our 14th episode. And Dan, wow, I was right. Dan, this is our Christmas episode. Merry Christmas to you, Dan.
Whammy.
And Merry Christmas to our listeners who celebrate.
Yes.
It is a magical time for many. And Dan, you and I wanted to cash in on gratuitously cash in on the Christmas spirit that everyone has. So you're going to talk about Christmas today. Dan, we're going to start off with rank Xmas. We're going to rank some Christmas songs first. And
nice.
Dan, we've done 14 episodes, so it means we've ranked 28 things, I believe. Wow. And this might be the hardest one I've done so far for myself personally.
It's a tough one.
I absolutely love, for me, the most magical part of Christmas is the music, and there is so much music, and most of it is not good, but fantastic.
Yeah.
One of our listeners, Bill, suggested that we had done a secular and religious one. I wish we had done that. That'd been, I guess, even more ranking. But there is so much music that could have been divided up into two. But we're gonna do our best.
Well, do we really need to divide the secular people from the religious people any more than they already are in this bipolarized world? I mean,
the reason we are doing Rings from Memory is to break down the divides.
Right, to bridge.
A bridge.
Yes. We're peacemakers.
That's to sum us up would be to do that for sure. And speaking of religious music, there are I grew up singing a lot of the hymns, so we did the angels we have heard on high, and Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and Joy to the World, and Oh Come All You Faithful. There are so many good ones, but it's when you rank all of the many songs together, we're just going to see what we got. Are you ready to hear my list?
Well, only if we can call, just to be more inclusive in 2024 as we're ending the year, if we could call them hymns and hers.
I want to call them thems.
Let's call them thems. What are your favorite thems?
Wham!
Whammy.
The sixth best Christmas song of all time is This Christmas by Wham! Now, it's a very fun song.
Yeah.
It's I'm definitely a traditionalist, so it's hard for me to go modern, but this one, although you can't really, it's 80s, so that's as modern as I can go, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's a fun song, definitely been covered a lot, so it's a good one.
Nice.
I grew up not liking necessarily the song, and definitely not Wham or George Michael.
Right.
But now that I'm older and wiser, as much George Michael as possible is where I'm at right now in my life.
Do you have any really white jeans?
I do, but I spilled ketchup on them. So,
okay.
Yep. I'm gonna go back to my khaki cargo pants.
Yeah. It's a solid song. This Christmas.
Thank you.
I gave you my heart.
Something I learned about too is that there's an actual game called Whamageddon. Have you heard about this?
No.
I went down the rabbit hole with Whamageddon, and it looks like it's mostly British, which would explain it because it's a little weird.
Oh.
And also Wham is British, so it's probably they're more into it than we are. But the goal is Whamageddon is so serious. Again, I think in Britain that there are rules. There's a website. There's even merchandise.
Wow.
Whamageddon.
Huh.
The goal is starting on December 1st, you have to try to avoid hearing Wham's This Christmas. And when you get hit with it, then you have to announce you're out of the game on social media by hashtag whammed.
Oh,
When you get whammed, you have to tell everyone in the world that you got whammed.
I like that game.
Yeah, it sounds fun, doesn't it? I didn't know about it till now, but I said I think I'm gonna try. I guess you win and you lose though, because imagine going the whole month without hearing Wham's This Christmas, which is the sixth best Christmas song of all time.
Yeah, I have a whole 6 songs that I would gladly play that game with, which we'll get here.
I even read a story, Dan, about a DJ who was playing music during a soccer game or football game,
Is football.
And he played Wham's This Christmas, and he was so publicly attacked that he had to apologize because he ruined it for thousands. He whammed thousands of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Wham!
Nice.
All right. I think I really lured in all our listeners with my sixth one. And as per usual, I will now push away all of our listeners with my fifth pick. I'm going to go with the fifth best song of Christmas of all time is any song located on the New Kids on the Block Christmas album.
Oh.
The New Kids on the Block Christmas album is one of the greatest Christmas albums ever created. As usual with a lot of the professional singers like the New Kids on the Block,
Yeah.
they do lots of covers, like Christmas Song and I'll Be Home for Christmas and White Christmas and stuff like that. But then they also do their own new hits like Funky Funky Christmas, and this one's for the children. A really touching ballad.
Not literally.
New Kids on the Block Christmas. Hopefully not. A Wahlberg sang it, so it's good.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he had his shirt off.
Probably, but which hopefully he was singing in Los Angeles because otherwise it'd be really cold. But
true.
I think it's also Dan. I collect singers' Christmas albums now. Like I said, I love Christmas so much. So if a singer comes out that I like and they have a Christmas album, I'm buying it. I got the James Taylor one, the Jimmy Buffett one, the Michael McDonald one. I just bought the Ben Folds one, and I think it all stemmed from New Kids creating the fifth best Christmas album of all time.
Are you a Bublé fan?
Just the soda.
Okay, not the singer, not the Michael Bublé.
I think I respect his chops, but I don't think I would ever seek out his music.
Gotcha.
Where are you? Are you able to listen to Bublé?
I can have a little Bublé every now and then. Sure.
If I'm going crooner, it's Harry Connick for me.
But he was good.
Mm-hmm.
He's talented too.
He's talented.
He knows jazz. He knows his stuff. He was like a prodigy, like a piano prodigy. Did you know that?
No, I went down a rabbit hole with pianist to pianist.
I know.
But I'm not upset about that because I respect him a lot. And I know he's done a lot of like secret charity work behind the scenes, one of those guys that does it and doesn't get credit for it,
Yep.
It's pretty cool stuff.
No, he's classy, dude.
Classy. Just like us.
That's right.
The three classy people of this generation. Bublé, Dan, me. Not in that order. No, sorry. I said Bublé, not Connick. Sorry, Connick.
It's all right. He's listening and he forgives us.
Yeah. Oh, man. Don't stop listening, Harry. The fourth best Christmas song of all time. Again, I'm cheating here. I'm just putting all into one category. Christmas children's sing-alongs. I was thinking about why I love Christmas so much, especially music. And I just saw something on Facebook yesterday about Christmas magic and how it really was. We didn't know it, but it was really just our parents.
Yeah.
And not just like, our parents buying us presents and not taking credit for it, but just, driving around seeing Christmas lights, decorating the house. And for me, I just, in my head, I remember driving around a lot and singing those, like Frosty and Rudolph and Santa Claus Coming to Town, Away in the Manger. In my head, we were constantly singing those out loud, like a cappella, just to pass the time in December. And I think that was a magical time. And so I think, when a kid gets to sing some of those fun childish songs, I think that's just a magical time. So fourth best song is any of those child sing-along songs.
So you're not talking about like Vienna Boys Choir, like you're talking about like just kids singing, not like professional kids singing.
Yeah, me and my brother in the back seat of the van singing Frosty the Snowman.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I kind of get it.
There's something special about that.
I hope you can recreate that sometime soon.
Next time I see my brother, we will get in the back seat of someone's van.
Sounds good.
I like how maybe we used to talk about mouthfeel all the time. Maybe now we're gonna start talking about vans in every single episode.
Van feel.
Oh man, wood panel and all.
Only get in there though if there's really good candy
and no windows.
No windows.
Dan, the third best Christmas song, as I'm cheating a lot, I think because it is so hard. I'm doing two songs in one. I'm doing Little Drummer Boy and Do You See What I See?
Oh yeah.
And I think the reason I like both those so much is because they're both sung first person about like the everyday man who is in the manger seeing Jesus for the first time. And I think it just really captures like the essence of like the the very beginning of Christmas, and just like like legit in a baby manger, and just like kind of the raw birth. And they're pretty magical, mysterious songs. And I don't know, is that like I almost feel like what's the name from Talladega Nights, where I just like the baby Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I get like the Little Drummer Boy. It's got a great little beat. And do you see what I see? It's very for the music nerds. It does like a 1-5-1 thing, so it sounds almost like monkish.
Ooh,
Yeah,
very nice.
in rock, it's a power chord. That's what it sounds.
Oh,
like.
I love it.
Yeah,
And this is a power podcast, so it only makes sense.
yeah. We lost about 2.5 listeners with that last sentence of mine. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's after the 5 mistakes I ever made, I think we're gonna be okay.
Okay.
Plus my list so far. Dan, we're not done cheating yet. Number 2, best song of all time. It's just one title, but I'm gonna give it a reason why it's number 2. White Christmas. There's 2 different versions that I absolutely adore. One is Bing Crosby, and anything he sings probably could be the best Christmas song of all time.
Yeah.
There's even like a song called Christmas in Killarney. Have you heard that?
Not off, but
It's an obscure one, so I wanted to bring it up and I didn't, but until now. But just basically any Christmas song that Bing Crosby touches is going to be just beautiful.
yeah.
But then also, you remember in Home Alone when he's, I believe it's when he's putting on the aftershave. It's the same, well, it's White Christmas, but it's by the Drifters. And it's like a,
That was a good version.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 very, very nice versions of White Christmas, and very, very distinctly different, but both so much fun. And that hits number 2 on my list.
And fun fact: did you know that that's the best-selling Christmas single of all time?
Really? The Bing Crosby?
Version. Uh-huh.
Wow. And maybe to get a little sappy, as now I live in Florida, and I never ever get White Christmases. It just adds to the kind of the nostalgia and the dreaming of Christmases long ago sort of thing too.
For sure. Did you know that only 40% of Americans have the possibility of celebrating a white Christmas?
I did not know that. I would have thought it would be like 94%.
Yeah, but most people don't live in the Midwest.
There are places, other regions of the country.
Right. Think of all the people in California, Florida, South Side.
Interesting.
Yeah.
South Side.
So yeah.
Oh man, Dan brought up gang signs right now. It's good.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. I'm in Illinois.
Put those back. And then I would assume maybe then it's probably, I wonder what the odds are for those who do have, if you go further down the statistical rabbit hole, if you do have more than 40%, I wonder what the odds are of you having a White Christmas in a place where you can have White Christmas. I wonder too.
We haven't in a while. I think I'm not going to blame. Yeah, I am going to blame climate change, because holy cow, we used to have all white Christmases, it seemed, in the last years.
And you have had snow, but not necessarily. It won't be on Christmas necessarily.
No, it's going to get up into the 50s here next week.
Holy cow!
I know.
That's amazing.
Midwest.
Go Midwest. Dan, are you ready for the greatest Christmas song of all time?
Yes.
Good. You look ready. You sound ready. The best Christmas song of all time is Silent Night. And I want to explain to listeners why I chose that, as it is my duty, I guess, as podcaster. It is a beautiful song, but every year, I want to explain to people who don't go to a Christmas Eve service what traditionally happens in there, which makes the song, adds to the magic of the song. Most places that you go to where there's a Christmas Eve service, it usually ends with Silent Night. And what they do is they start with one candle. Everyone has a candle in their hands. You start with one candle in the front, And as that one candle's lit, they turn off all the lights. And so you're just singing a very beautiful, soft song. And a kind of an almost a cappella, higher. It's a little falsetto even. Just adds to the magic of it. And then each person, the candle gets lit to another person, and the candle flame travels down the pews and down the rows, and until everyone is just singing by the glow of their own candle. And the song just kind of hits a quiet ending. And if you are someone who doesn't go to church on Christmas Eve, I would recommend you do it just to have that experience of listening to people singing, like almost at this point, it's almost haunting how beautiful it is when it's a dark room with people just their faces aglow with candle. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling and a great way to kind of kick into Christmas. Just absolutely just chilling.
And it gives you a time to reflect and slow down a little bit, which does not happen a lot around the holidays.
Very true.
When people are just going back and forth. And I remember those services growing up and how cool they were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was
magical every single time at any age.
And it was one of the only times as a kid that you're allowed to play with a candle.
Yeah. People hand you fire as a child, and it's absolutely, but I've never seen anyone abuse it because I think everyone is so swept up in the emotion of it all.
Mm-hmm.
You're either singing the song or you're focused on making sure the wax doesn't burn your hand. One of the two.
Yeah, that's true. Which is kind of fun too, though.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. Well, good list.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna dive into number 6 in my list.
Let's dive.
Which is "Angels We Have Heard on High."
Ooh, nice.
That's another her for our list. And the reason I like that her. Am I pissing you off yet? Maybe. Is the chorus where they sing glow. Oh. They sing it differently than that, but they said they really hold out the aria, and it's a lot of fun. You can like play around with it.
And good to say Latin. Is it Latin too? I think. Yeah,
in Chelsea's Deo, Glory to God, I believe, something like that. Or Most High. I don't know. My Latin's bad. And then number 5, "Oh Holy Night." Another.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Fun fact: second piece of music ever broadcast on the radio.
No way. That's amazing.
1906.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Wow, that's crazy. And I think Celine Dion nailed that one so hard. So sometimes it's easy to forget that it's my modern singer has canonized this so well. It's amazing to think that it's over 100 years old.
Well, one of the things I like about the song too is a lot of hymns, they're just kind of trucking along, and then you repeat the verse and it's trucking along, all the same thing. This one kind of like has a nice crescendo. It tells a story, and then there's like a clear like climax of the song when it hits a high note and then it kind of calms down again. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not just plodding through verse by verse.
Not just plodding through.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that one. Number 4
great one.
Is "Anything" by Vince Guaraldi, who's the jazz pianist who did the Charlie Brown Christmas album.
Good. I'm glad you brought this one up because I really wanted to talk about this one. Why do you have that one on there?
I mean, it's so funny. You could really rip on this because it's like, why jazz with Christmas? And why make all the songs sound kind of subtly sad? They kind of have like a almost sadness to them. Like they're very sweet, but almost sad too. And that's kind of why I like it, because I think Christmas is a little sad because it reminds you of how much you love people, but almost the things you lost as well.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
And Dan, I'm thank you for mentioning that, because I was thinking and feeling those things, but I couldn't figure out exactly how to put it into words. I do have it's an overcast feeling when I hear that music, but I don't want to avoid it either. You almost want to lean into the feeling. And I also I think either accidentally or on purpose, he kind of captured Charlie Brown's essence too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an optimistic loser, and just things don't go his way, and he never gives up.
Yeah.
And he becomes America's hero, but those songs are just there's a little cloud over them, isn't there?
There is. I mean, and then even, Charlie Brown picking that sad little tree.
Yeah.
The Christmas special.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I love that. I could listen to that album like all year round, to be honest.
And I need to, my music teacher recently talked about it and says he loves everything by Vince Guaraldi, but especially that album. And there's some songs on there that we don't necessarily hear regularly that are really solid jazz.
Oh yeah, there's some deep cuts. You can get it. So yeah, I'm a big fan. And then White Christmas by Bing Crosby was my number 3. We are kind of already hit that one. Number 2 is the Christmas song, which for those of you who don't know it just by the title, that's the chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And it was written by and sung by Nat King Cole, who was legendary singer, musician, entertainer, first African-American to host his own television show. And I think I love the song because it's like a lot of good songs. It's so concrete and just captures all of your senses when you hear it. He's talking about all these images and it's evoking smells and sounds and everything. And you're just picturing yourself by this sort of warm fire.
He wrote that. I didn't know that.
I believe so.
That's regardless. It's I agreed. The imagery in there is really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
I love the mother's child's gonna spy. I love the from 1 to 92. It's a really, really, really solid, classy song.
Now, I have never actually roasted chestnuts. Have you?
I saw Charlie Sheen roast once.
Yeah.
Is that, I don't know if that's the same.
They haven't had the roast of chestnut yet.
Not yet.
No, I'm a
I'll bet it's a good mouthfeel once you roast them though.
Yeah. I did once caramelize some pecans and that was delicious.
That sounds classy.
It was.
Every podcast has a classy one, and I think we've just solidified who that is.
Oh boy, here it is. Okay, well, so you were trying to make us a little nostalgic and teary-eyed at the end of your list. If this doesn't make you a little emotional, you got problems. So this number 1 song is "I'll Be Home for Christmas."
Oh, great choice.
And do you know the story behind that?
No, please.
So it was written by Walter Kent in 1943 during World War II. And he wanted to capture the longing of the soldiers in Europe who were separated from their loved ones.
Wow. And he did.
And he did. So, I mean, like when you hear that song, you're maybe people are projecting their own desires to be home. But now imagine you're a soldier, a young person, or helping out. You're over across the sea, thousands of miles from your family. You don't know if you're going to be alive or dead. You're fighting Nazis to make sure the world doesn't go to literal hell. And you just wish you were home.
Does that almost make me feel a little guilty for just me wanting to be back in Indiana instead of like the soldiers in a trench in France somewhere?
But I mean, when you know the story, then you hear the song, you're like, oh, wow, that's.
And I love that because you can listen to like the beginning of it where it's just like, I'll be home for like an optimistic promise. Like here's the things I'm looking forward to, the presents under the tree. But then it ends with, if only in my dreams.
I know. That's like
for the people who aren't able to do it. And that's tough too.
Yeah. And honestly, a lot of those guys, that was only in their dreams,
Yep. Christmas has all the feels, doesn't it?
It certainly does. That's why.
Are your students still saying catching feelings, or is that done now?
I don't know.
They probably aren't saying it. If I know of it, then they're not saying anymore. So I'm not going to say that I'm catching feelings during Christmas songs because I wouldn't want to do that.
No, I haven't heard that, but I'll go with it.
Dan, I'm nervous about this next part because I love Christmas music. Love it. So it almost seems sacrilegious to suggest that maybe some of it out there isn't the greatest.
Oh, but this is where we shine.
Complaining about things?
Yes.
Yes, bring it on. You know negativity, you know ranks for the memories. Dan, is there possibly Christmas music out there that is not good?
Well, I have some on my list. Do you want me to go or did you want to go first?
Yeah, let's hear it. What could you possibly find some music that isn't any good at Christmas?
Oh, yeah. Number 6. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. So I grew up, my parents grew up singing the song thinking it was so clever. It's not clever. It was a hit in 1947, proving once again that nothing good came out of the baby boom.
What was that guy's name? Because he talked like he sang like a baby voice.
Yeah, Spike Jones.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's be honest. The kid who inspired this is not a serious person. Like, there is no kid that genuinely doesn't want gifts, that really only wants to eat. And what kind of negligent parent, like, oh, like, you know, the kid opens up the gifts and it's just like 2 false teeth.
Oh man,
That'd be great.
What if they're gold though, and he's a gangsta rapper?
Well, if they're like blinged out, like gold teeth with like jewels and stuff.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
No. So I mean, that's my number 6. I think it was just overplayed in my house.
Absolutely, a pretty rough one.
Number 5, I think this is not that controversial. Santa Baby.
That one rubs me the wrong way from time to time. Yes, what's wrong with it?
Well, the problem is that she's trying to rub Santa the wrong way. Right?
See, that she wants you to gotta get that ring, right?
Nothing screams holiday like a gold digger. It doesn't make sense. Why are you trying to get Santa in the sack? So incidentally, this was banned in the parts of the South in the 1950s.
Wow, just a little too sexual, huh?
Right, because, you know, the South is really moral and they stand up for what's right and what's wrong, or what's scandalous, right? So the only thing I really like about the song, it's just nice to see somebody hitting on a thick king, aka wide majesty, broad lord, hefty highness. And I think Santa.
We'll get a song called Santa Hefty Highness from now on.
I also like broad lord. I think that thick king, you know, needs a little loving. The only depiction of him where he looks remotely handsome is, I think, Klaus, the movie. So
we should talk about that movie later on.
I think we might. All right, number 4, anything by Mannheim Steamroller. You got to get some haters here, and but I don't understand why the holidays need to sound like a 1980s sci-fi movie.
Those guys found their keyboard and then started pushing buttons and like, we've got a hit on our hands.
They're like, should we call ourselves Mannheim Steamroller or Sprockets? But the reality is, we can crap on them all we want. They sell a lot of albums, so we're all indirectly responsible for this.
That's true. It reminds me a bit of, I'm going to say 2 words, and you as a saxophonist will have probably a strong reaction one way or the other.
Yes.
Kenny G.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would assume you as a legitimate saxophonist probably think he's ridiculous.
He's really talented. He can actually play legit jazz, but he figured out that doesn't sell, and so he made this, you know, music for 50 somethings to make love to, and he's a millionaire now. So kudos to him.
50-year-olds are making love in elevators?
Allegedly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for legal purposes.
For legal purposes.
Yeah. So no, yeah, but what do you do with that? Number 3, and I should preface all of these things I will play because I have a weird enjoyment of putting myself through things I dislike. Number 3, I will even sing number 3. Mary, did you know?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to listen to your reasoning on this one.
If you sing it, you have to do it real melodramatic.
Yes, you do. That is very true. It is maybe the most dramatic of all the Christmas songs.
Okay, so here's why do I not like it? Mary, did you know? Oh, guess what? She knew. Thanks for mansplaining away the miracle of Christ to his Talk about the ultimate mansplain song, right? Hey, Mary, do you know anything at all? She's like, yeah. So it's a little preachy and condescending for my taste. Except preachy and condescending does help me get ready to spend time with family and friends at Christmas. So
That's probably what they look forward to when you come to visit them. Oh, good. Here comes the preaching, condescending guy.
well, and I'm a professor, so I kind of get paid to be that.
Yeah. You're like, if people question you, you're like, I'm a professional.
And like, hopefully I will eventually have a student named Mary. And so I can just say this, Mary.
That's pretty amazing that you have never had a student named Mary in all those years.
Yeah, I probably had like 30 of them, but.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you like that song?
I see your point for sure. But it also, but I think the dramatic, you can't help but get swept up in the dramaticness of it from time to time.
No, I actually like the chords and I like the melody. But I think,
But he really boiled down the words, though. I see your point for sure.
and my wife and I will sing it in like melodramatic fashion,
For sure.
like as a joke to each other so much.
It is over the top dramatic.
It is over the top. That's your baby boy.
I think the problem is, like I think first time I ever heard it was an Amy Grant version, which sounded nice because she was one of like a famous Christian singer when I was a child. Yeah. And then since then it's gone to like cheesy male singers who really cheese it up real hard. Yes.
And I'm proud to tell Mary.
Yeah, that's exactly who sings that song.
Yeah. Number 2, stand by this one. Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley.
Dan, you won't hear any crap from me on this one. Hit it. I think I'm on board with this one. Go ahead.
Well, so this has this annoying thing in the background, like do 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 do, and Elvis hated it.
Really?
He did not want to do it, but the corporation who owned him made him, and he hated it so much it took him 12 takes to get through it, and which is ironic because I can only listen to about 12 seconds. So if you don't hate Elvis for the song, hate his owners. And so
I didn't know anyone could make Elvis do what he wanted. I don't know a lot about Elvis, but I kind of figured he was so big he could pick and choose whatever he wanted. That's very interesting.
isn't that crazy that the real king was actually the corporation that owned him?
Ooh, that's deep.
That's deep. Don't see. I'm just trying to bring in some other emotions for Christmas.
Negative ones.
Negative one. Preparing you for family. All right. So that was a bad joke. Number 1 is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Bravo, Dan, giving our listeners what they want.
That's right.
I think a lot of our crowdsourced people are fully on board with that decision by you.
Now there will be some people who this is a song, one of their favorite songs. Those people are wrong, and they eat at McDonald's every day. No, I'm just kidding. They're probably wonderful people.
Hey, quarter pounders with cheese are delicious.
They are. So this fun fact will tell you everything you need to know about the song.
Good, thank you.
The song was written in 15 minutes, and you all intuitively knew that before I said it.
That's wonderful. I will say the one, I don't know if I've actually, you need to tell me how I feel on this one, because I don't know. Is she a good singer because she can hit that high note at the end, or is that even really singing? Or is it just like it's like almost like a dog whistle at some point?
Right. Yeah, there are dogs that are running around when they hear that.
But you are more musically trained than I am. Is that a legit note that she's hitting and we should be proud of her, or is it just like a sound?
I mean, if it's almost an athletic feat to be able to sing that like that. The question is, do you like hearing it?
Dan, and the answer is for many people, no.
No,
I
not
um
me either.
I don't know if it's intentional, but I listen to I get my music from Sirius XM satellite radio, and I've speaking of Whammed, I haven't heard that on Sirius XM yet at all this year.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's a conscious choice on their end, or I just or I've missed it. But I like to think that that they're listening to the pushback from the crowds and saying, no, this has got to stop.
No,
But I think it's a vocal minority because it still hits #1 every single year.
yeah. I don't know. It must make people buy stuff.
I wonder if it's just a Christmas tradition. Like, well, we have to, like, this is, like you have to eat fruitcake and you have to listen to Mariah Carey's song because you think you're supposed to every year.
Lame.
Yeah. Dan, those are some pretty bad Christmas songs. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to.
We also have a few I don't like, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's hear.
Because I think you're going to see a lot of the mine are because I like nostalgia. I like warm feelings. And that's what I want out of Christmas. I want to think about my loved ones and Christmases and past, present, and future. The 6th worst Christmas song of all time is "Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All?"
Dude,
I appreciate what they're trying to do. They're trying to raise awareness for those who are less fortunate. But I don't want any white guilt right now. I just wanted to sing a song and feel good about myself and how much money I spent on Amazon.
yeah.
So I think selfishly, it's very, very selfish. I admit that completely. I don't want to feel guilty for anything at all at Christmas time. And this song makes me feel guilty.
Yeah, that's that and Mary, did you know?
Yeah. Mary, did you know? I feel guilty for every time I mansplain something.
Well, and she should feel guilty for not being aware of how awesome her son was.
And angels told her and she wasn't even paying attention.
Come on, step it up.
Although I did this, there's a cool verse where like but Mary noticed everything and pondered these things in her, like it's a really like mysterious thing where she's watching and thinking and filing it all away.
She's filing it all away.
Yeah, I think she was smarter than she let on.
I think so. Smarter than the song depicts.
The 5th worst song for me in Christmas time also gives me a little bit of guilt and also some anger too. It's called Happy Xmas, parentheses, war is over, end parentheses. And I'm too young to be fired up about Yoko Ono, but I feel like I know enough about history and music history that I'm supposed to be angry at her.
Yeah.
So when John and Yoko sing a song that almost I feel like snubs Christmas a little bit,
Yeah.
like they're too good for Christmas,
Yeah.
and then protest wars, and then pronounce "War is over." It's like it's a little too British for me too. If you want it,
Yeah.
I every time I hear that song, I don't like it.
Does anyone really like Yoko Ono?
John Lennon.
He was kind of mean to her though, from what I read some deep
I think he probably only liked her just so he could keep her around the recording studio and piss everybody off.
Yeah, maybe she was the way that like he had her around so he could get out of the Beatles when he wanted to.
Yeah, I just think it's the perfect choice to kind of give the middle finger to society.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that song.
Yeah, no, thank you. There's so many good ones. This one isn't it.
Yeah.
Dan, this is a surprise entry. When you were talking about Spike Jones,
Oh yeah.
it reminded me of another one of his hits that he sang in that stupid kid's voice, and so I'm throwing it in here.
Oh
I'm getting nothing for Christmas.
yeah.
It's not cute.
No.
It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy. I don't want a song sang by a pretend child.
No,
Thank you. Please don't do
and,
it.
I've got teenagers, and so that title of that song has totally different meaning to them.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So yeah.
You know what the next song I don't like is?
So let's move on to that one.
The Chipmunk song.
Oh.
I can't hear a Christmas song. You know, I can't hear a Christmas song sung by a pretend boy,
Uh-huh.
and I can't hear a Christmas song sung by pretend chipmunks.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't enjoy the sound of it. I don't like when they have to talk halfway through and Alvin gets yelled at. I know that's the gimmick. But I would like to hear a cover sang by like true professionals and hear if that song would actually be halfway decent or not.
Yeah. So
But it's one of those novelty songs like I'm getting nothing for Christmas or Two Front Teeth, and it doesn't work for me at all. Don't like it.
So full disclosure, my daughter played it at her band concert last night. But there were no fake chipmunks singing. It was just the instrumental version.
I'm sure that was delightful.
It was delightful.
Thank you, daughter, for performing. Is she playing clarinet? Is that right?
saxophone.
Saxophone.
She's teaching herself the clarinet.
What a chip off the old block.
I know.
I'm sorry I called you old block.
I try to keep her from following in my footsteps.
How about if I provide you a list of all the things, all your footsteps that I know of you done, and I'll mark which ones I think she should follow and which ones she should flee from. Would that be helpful, do you think?
That'd be helpful. And then I'll look at the footsteps and tell you when it was me carrying you all along.
Little spiritual humor there.
Dan, we are actually going to be hanging out in Clearwater in a few days. And we could recreate that on the beach.
Yeah. I better carry you.
Although I might be the sturdiest base these days. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll have to compare.
Yes, earth and contrast.
Yeah.
The second Christmas song that I can't stand the most is any song by the Carpenters.
Oh, what?
They've got a couple Christmas hits, and they're so cheesy and dated. Whenever there's a Christmas song sung by the Carpenters, it just sounds like a 70s song that your aunt liked that should stay in the 70s. It doesn't resonate with it today. I know like Bing Crosby songs are old.
Yeah.
But I think they're old in the fact that they're almost seem historical. Whereas when you're trapped in the 70s and you're a Carpenter, it just seems kind of sad. I don't like any Carpenter music, Christmas song.
So I don't know if I can recall a Carpenter Christmas song, but I like their non-Christmas stuff. But I like.
I'm sure it's lovely / terrible.
We actually it was one of the first songs my wife and I danced to in our wedding. Was Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear?
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. I already forgot about that one.
Well, and we picked it because it's cheesy.
Mm-hmm. You guys like cheese?
We do like cheese.
What's your favorite kind of cheese, Dan?
Oh gosh, you're getting me. You're trying to get me to not talk about the Carpenters. But I'm not going to do it because Karen Carpenter was a great drummer.
Was she really? I didn't know that.
She played the drums while she sang.
She should have just stuck to just playing drums.
And she was, yeah, I agree. She was a better drummer than a singer. Her voice was unique. And the brother was actually a pretty incredible piano player.
Here's a list of the people who should play drums and sing. Phil Collins, Dave Grohl. That's it. And No one else in the rest of their life should ever play drums and sing songs. Just those two guys.
And the drummer from Def Leppard. I don't know if he sings, but he should.
Is it a guy with one arm?
Yeah.
You just do anything. You love a good one-arm drummer joke.
It's been a while.
Dan, this is going to be low-hanging fruit. But you did the Mariah Carey one, so I think I can do this one too.
Yeah.
This, I don't know if it makes me a prude, but Baby It's Cold Outside is a song I cannot stand. And it's every single duet in the history of the world has sang it. People are just grabbing strangers off the streets to record it. I just feel like thousands of recordings and versions of Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah.
And just from the musicality alone, I don't like the back and forth. I feel like it feels like a non-musical struggle, too much of a back and forth. But it is, if you really listen to it, it is extremely creepy in the no means yes scenario. I mean, it's just every single verse is her saying no and him saying yes until the very end. It's yes. And I wish I would have, if I was smart enough, I would have counted all the different reasons she had, because it's dozens and dozens and dozens of no's, and we're just totally fine with it.
You know, it doesn't resonate with my lived experience. So between my wife and I, she's always the cold one anyway. I'm never like, hey, let's get inside. She's always like, wait before me. So
it's I think it's she likes a warm blanket or a hot cocoa, perhaps
something like that. But no, I get what you're saying. It does seem a little problematic.
It's creepy to me, and so I do not enjoy that song is on every 5 minutes with a different two people singing it. No thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could work if it was like a cold puppy trying to decide that, then it would work.
I would be all in on a song about cold puppies. I would actually probably enjoy an entire Christmas album about puppies, except for those ones where they bark the tune instead of play it.
Yeah,
those don't work well for me.
Those are like big novelty CDs for like 2 years.
Poof, tough ones. All right, I'd like to remove all 6 of my songs I don't like and just make them all songs where an animal is making a sound instead of a guitar or piano.
That's funny.
Dan, I'm going to say that this was possibly the greatest good and bad Christmas song list of all time.
I think it was the best of times and the worst of times.
That is a very good description. The good news is, and bad news is, we're not done. We have even more opportunities to create good and terrible things.
Well, this is a Christmas episode, so we gotta go for it.
Let's hope for a Christmas miracle, and let's turn. I think I'm sure your movie one will be just as good as your Christmas one, and I'm sure your song one, and I'm sure mine will be just as rough.
Bark.
The second I said rough, I cringed because I was in for trouble.
Yeah,
but it was very musical, Dan. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks.
Dan, tell me, please, there are not nearly as many Christmas movies as there are Christmas songs, but there are plenty. We're going to rank the very, very best Christmas movies. First off, I'm not crapping on them because I've got 67% of my household loves them. But do you have any Hallmark Christmas movies on this list?
No,
I do not either. And it's the official position of Ranks for the Memories that we fully encourage and support the viewing of Hallmark Christmas movies. They're wonderful and delightful.
Sure.
And we would like we are ceasing and desisting. So we'd like to let Hallmark and their attorneys know that we think that's a fine product. But Dan, I think you have six movies that are not Hallmark movies.
They are not Hallmark movies. Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I think you should go first. Go for it.
Okay, so These are not Hallmark movies. These are my list. Number 6, Klaus. I like a good German name for my movies.
You are pro-German.
Yeah. So it reminds me of my heritage. I thought this was such a clever movie. It's only 5 years old. It does a great job of, there's some fun, there's some action, there's some good grudges. There's this great message of how do we bring people together, and I don't know, I really liked the Klaus character in Klaus.
Is that animated?
It's like a mashup of CGI / animated. So like they took CGI and then they drew over it to make it look animated, but it's like really well done.
I've never seen it. It did get crowdsourced. It was mentioned in our crowdsourcing, but I haven't seen it. Now, if it's the 6th best movie, I needed to see it for sure.
I think it's worth a watch. It's not quite Tim Burton animation dark, but it's got a great message.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's Klaus. Number 5, the Home Alone franchise.
Dan, if you have that on 5, I cannot wait for 4 through 1. Fantastic movies.
I mean,
Would you say that all of Home Alones are fantastic?
all of them are equally good. The whole first, no, the first one was the best. The second one, all teared down. Piers Morgan was the pigeon lady, I believe. And
Yeah, he was a good actress. I mean, he was very believable as a homeless woman.
it works well. You have a cameo from Donald Trump in Home Alone 2.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Then
Those are fun movies.
then it gets really bad.
Yeah, we don't need to go on to the rest of them because that's how good I think the first 2 are, that they still can overshadow. They cast they're looming so well that they can hide in the really, really rough ones afterwards.
And you can poke so many holes in the plot. It's also fun to do.
How in the world can you poke a hole in a boy being left and forgotten by his family and surviving on his own in a house?
Right. And like he could have called the cops at any time and they would have been like, oh, sweet. Yes, we will gladly put these 2 people in prison forever for not only trying to burgle these homes, for causing damage and trying to harm a child. But instead,
The phones were out, Dan. I agree with many of your points, but the phones were out. That's why they had to send the cops out to check on the house, because they couldn't get through because of the storm.
that's true. And it would have been really hard for him to like walk to the next block and, dial a phone.
He could walk to a store, get a toothbrush, but he can't walk to the police station.
He can't walk to the police station. But instead of like doing the logical thing, he has to go all Luigi Mangione on the crooks and take justice into his own hands. And this kid tortures the hell out of them.
I just saw literally today, the author asked a group of first responders to rank in order how damaging all the things happening to the burglars would be.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not sure how recently we've seen Home Alone. Would you like to try to guess what the first responders decided was the most dangerous thing to happen to the burglars?
Oh, would it be the paint can to the face?
They said that was number 2. They said that would cause some significant injuries to their skull for sure.
I'm trying to remember. Probably a fall, one of the falls.
It's when the blowtorch burns the top of Joe Pesci's head. The first responders did decide that might be a tad dangerous.
Yeah, I could see that. So long, like 10, 15 years ago, there was a YouTube series called Home Alone with Blood, where they showed some of those scenes, but they put blood in it and sound effects. So like when he gets hit with a paint can, it's like, and it just shows his bladder.
I love it because it's when if you describe it to somebody, and like, no, it's a playful children's movie. It'd be like, what? A boy tortures 2 men and disfigures them? But without the sound, you're right, without the sound effects or blood, it's just wholesome good times.
Home Alone 9 is going to be like this exact same film, except the burglars are going to be like CEOs of healthcare companies. And America will get behind it and they'll be like, yay.
Oh man.
So weird. We're in a weird timeline. So the other thing which needs to be mentioned is the house in Winnetka that he lived in just sold for $5.25 million.
That's wild. Now I think then I see there's they put a basketball court inside the house.
I don't know. I have to look it up on Zillow, but I mean, so if you're like, I'm having a hard time relating to a family that flies to France for Christmas. Yeah, that's not your family if you're listening to this podcast, because that house is worth more than your house.
Dan, I don't want to correct you again, but I just saw in Forbes magazine, the December issue, that Ranks for the Memories is the 12th most popular podcast for millionaires.
Oh, wow.
And the 25th best podcast for billionaires. So I don't want you to just jump to conclusions that all of our listeners are as poorly off as you and I are.
Okay.
We do quite well with the wealthy.
I'll have to return my jump to conclusions, Matt.
It's where you jump to conclusions.
Little Office Space there. So number 4 is Elf 2003. That came out 20 years ago.
Oh, way.
I know. So Will Ferrell was offered $29 million to reprise that role, but he turned it down.
Wow. It's just because it's so hard to make a sequel, a good comedy sequel.
I think he must have standards, which I don't know what that's like for other actors in Hollywood, because some of them don't.
$29 million standard is pretty serious.
You could buy like almost 6 Home Alone homes for that. Puts into perspective.
I wonder, going back to Winnetka, for the listeners who are in the Chicago suburbs, that's probably one of the smaller houses in Winnetka.
Yeah, the main high school in Winnetka, which is New Trier, is nicer than the college any of you listening to this went to. I'm not even kidding. Like
Matt Crossman.
It is very nice.
Is Matt Crossman listening?
Probably now. So Will Ferrell consumed so much sugar during filming that he got daily headaches.
That's funny. Is he like one of those what do you call the actors that that live in their role and never exit their role?
Yeah, method actors.
Method actors. Thank you. Like, is that why he ate the sugar so he could get into character?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was either Will Ferrell in that role or Christian Bale, and they went for Will Ferrell.
That was like a toss up, really. And some fun stuff. Not only was it hilarious, but the fun camera angles that made him look bigger in the North Pole was really fun. And
I love Bob Newhart too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Bob Newhart was wonderful in that. It was small but wonderful.
He died this year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
R.I.P.
Just trying to Debbie Downer the episode.
Downer. Boy, this was fun for a while.
Yeah, it was great. Number 3. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989.
1989. Boy, that was Chevy Chase. It sounds like he's kind of a horrible person.
Yes.
And a weirdo, but those vacation movies were fun, and that movie was spectacular.
He said one of his favorite moments of anything he's done on screen was when he did that rant against his boss in that movie.
It's an iconic scene for sure.
Yeah. He did a rant like that in some of the other Lampoon movies as well, but this is one of the better ones.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people really like some of the more obscure, like Cousin Eddie is, made it really big in that one. And what are the neighbors? Margot and
oh yeah, Elaine Bennett.
Elaine Bennett and the one they're kind of cult following for being weirdo neighbors, even though it's short-lived roles. It's a fun ride.
This was great in that.
Yeah.
The only one thing which was slightly unrealistic, or extremely unrealistic, I should say, not the sled scene. Those could really happen.
Yes.
It's that people got Christmas bonuses.
I'm worried that people still do, and just educators don't. Steve and I don't understand what that means.
Because that's the part in the movie I'm always like, what is this thing they're speaking of? I've never heard of this.
Christmas bonus, the Jelly of the Month Club. You're not even getting Jelly of the Month Club at where you work, dude.